Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to the lecture of chemistry. Today students we are going to start a new chapter named adsorption and colloids. Let's begin our chapter directly. Let us understand what is adsorption. Adsorption is a very common phenomena which we observe in our day-to-day life. There are several examples which reveal that the surface of a solid has the tendency to attract and retain the molecules of the phase with which it comes into contact. These molecules remains only at the surface and do not go deeper into the bulk. The accumulation of molecular species at the surface rather than in the bulk of a solid or liquid is termed as adsorption. Now students, you must have observed that when you wake up in the morning, you will find a layer of particles, dust particles sitting on the surfaces of your furniture at home. You will find that a layer of dust particles is there on fridge, on your showcase or table. Okay. Now, what is this dust particle doing on the surface? These got accumulated through the air onto the solid surfaces. This accumulation of a layer of some particle on the bulk of some other solid or liquid surface is known as adsorption. Now here again I am repeating, it is taking place only on the surface. These dust particles are not going inside or penetrating into through that wood material into the inside body of the wood. Okay, so everything is happening here at the surface. So adsorption is a surface phenomena. Now the molecular species or substances which concentrates or accumulates at the surface is termed as adsorbate. These particles which are getting accumulated are known as what? Adsorbate. And the material on the surface of which the adsorption takes place is called adsorbent. Okay, it means that whenever adsorption happens, one of the two things will act as adsorbate and the other one will be termed as adsorbent. The thing on which the accumulation takes place is known as adsorbent, and the thing which is getting accumulated on the surface is known as adsorbate. Okay, so we have seen three terms, important terms here. What is adsorption, what is adsorbate, and what is adsorbent? Now look at this picture. Here a sphere is there, a white sphere is there, and the surface of that white sphere is the place where the adsorption will take place. These pink particles are the things which are getting accumulated on the surface of this sphere, and this is termed as adsorbate, and this ball will act as adsorbent, and the phenomena is known as adsorption. Okay. Now there are some examples of adsorption given in the text. Adsorption of gases like hydrogen, oxygen by finely divided metals like platinum, palladium, copper, nickel. Okay, in chemistry we use these as catalysts or use these platinum, palladium, these metal as a site of reaction where hydrogen and oxygen gas get accumulated or adsorbed on the surface of these metal. Okay, we know that gases are moving freely, randomly they are moving here and there. So if you want to carry out the reaction of such gases, you do what? You take the help of these metals. These metal adsorbs these gases on their surfaces, so the gases get adhere or get one fixed position where they are going to react with some other chemical. Second point is adsorption of gases like nitrogen and carbon dioxide by activated charcoal. Activated charcoal also helps in the adsorption of some important gases like carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Now, removal of coloring matter like an organic dye, for example, methylene blue. Methylene, if you take the methylene blue solution, you will find it is very dark blue in color. But when you add the activated charcoal powder in it, what will happen? All the methylene blue get adsorbed on the surface of the activated charcoal, and the solution after some time will become colorless. Okay. Another important term is desorption. As the name suggests, desorption is the opposite of adsorption. The process of removal of an adsorbed substance from a surface on which it was adsorbed is called desorption. Okay. So if by any means, by heating or by other mean, if the adsorbed species you are removing it from the surface, you will say what is happening? Desorption is taking place. Okay. So the removal of adsorbed substance from a surface is known as desorption. Okay, let's see the next point. Now, adsorption, difference between adsorption and absorption. Now, students, it happens so many times that we get confused between adsorption and absorption. Where to use the word adsorption and where to use the word absorption. So, adsorption and absorption are two completely different things. What is adsorption? Number first is adsorbed matter is concentrated only at the surface and does not penetrate through the surface to the bulk of the adsorbent. It is a surface phenomena. Okay, so whenever adsorption takes place, it happens only on the surface of the adsorbent. You will not find the adsorbed particle inside the body of the adsorbent. Whereas when adsorption happens, what happens? Absorption में absorbed matter is uniformly distributed inside as well as at the surface of the bulk substance. Absorption is a bulk phenomena. Let's take the example of, if you take a sponge and if you wipe a blackboard which is having something written on it with the chalk, you wipe the blackboard with a dry sponge, what you will find that the dust of the chalk get accumulated on the surface of that sponge. Okay, but if you take that sponge and you put it into some water, what you will find that the water molecules get absorbed uniformly into that sponge. Okay, and that is the difference between adsorption and absorption. Adsorption happens only at the surface, whereas absorption happens in the bulk. So the adsorption is a surface phenomena and absorption is a bulk phenomena. Second point, concentration of adsorbate is high only at the surface of the adsorbent. Obviously, the adsorption is taking place only at the surface, therefore the concentration of adsorbate you will find very high at the surface and you will find no concentration in the bulk. Whereas the concentration of adsorbate is uniform throughout the bulk of the adsorbent in case of absorption. When you will observe the absorption, you will find that the same amount of adsorbate is present throughout the body of the adsorbent. Okay. Third point is, it is dependent on temperature and pressure. If you increase the pressure, the accumulation of the species will get increased. So adsorption will depend on the pressure and temperature, whereas absorption is independent of temperature and pressure. It will have no effect on the absorption. Okay. Next point, it is accompanied by evolution of heat known as heat of adsorption. When adsorption takes place, evolution of heat occurs. Whereas in case of absorption, there is no evolution or absorption of heat observed. Okay, so absorption may there will not be any transfer of heat. Next is it depends on surface area. Obviously, if you have greater surface area, it will have large more amount of adsorbed species on it. Okay, so with increase and decrease in surface area, the rate or the amount of adsorption will also increase or decrease. Okay, whereas it is the absorption is independent of surface area. As it depends on the bulk, it will depend on the entire body of the adsorbent. Absorption will depend on the entire body of absorbent. Okay, it will not depend only on the surface area. So it is absorption is independent of the surface area, though it depends on the entire size of the entire body of the absorbent. Okay, next one, examples are given. For adsorption, the example of adsorption of gas or liquid like acetic acid by activated charcoal. This is an example of adsorption. And for absorption, we can take the example of absorption of water by cotton. Okay, so this is the difference between adsorption and absorption.